Guys, it's John with HookahJohn.com again here. The day is going pretty good. I got a special surprise guest for you again today, and perfect timing because my hookah is just about out. So, this guy doesn't need an introduction, but you guys know Jake. You guys know Jake over there. Jake from Starbuzz. There you go. There's
Hi.
Jake. All right. This was a very good day, a very good surprise. Jake came in today and was. They always say, it's so cliche to say he was kind enough to send me this. Jake came through like a champ with what you want. Vintage by Starbuzz. All right, check this out. What I'm gonna do for you today, we were planning on doing an in-depth review. Jake is gonna tell us some things about it. We're gonna pack two different bowls. The flavors that we have are tiramisu, and I didn't see this one. Fresh lime. All right. So Jake, you want to tell us something about this while I prepared myself and got a couple of these storage containers and want to cut some stuff out here.
For sure. So we've got 10 flavors that we're starting with. Starbuzz Vintage. So there's been a lot of chatter about this product, and the biggest thing that it's dark leaf tobacco. It's purely dark leaf. It is not dyed. And what I'm looking forward to the most, and why it took so long to develop this tobacco, because it was about a two-year development process, is just to get. I mean, it's not easy to bind this kind of dark leaf in the custom blend, as well as make it work with the flavors and the in-depth flavors that Starbuzz is using on these. But it's a very flexible tobacco, so it cannot be compared with any other product out there in the market, and that's why it's so exciting, because it really is one of a kind. You can basically load it however you want to load it and adjust it based off of the intensity that you want. It really just comes down to user preference, and I think that's one of the most exciting things about this product.
All right, awesome, Jake. Thanks for that. See, there's a lot of chatter going on about it because of Starbuzz with their marketing campaign and bring it out. I mean, I've known about this product for almost 2 years now, just the concept of it. But after a while, I didn't follow up anymore. I'd see, just like the users out there, I'd see your Facebook posts and ads, but then I didn't get a chance in like the last year to see any of the progression of it. So I didn't get that part of it, which is fine. Now we've got it here, and so you were able to explain it. So now I want to show everybody the actual tobacco. Okay, that's the inner packaging. Okay, and let's open this up, and everybody wants to see the packaging, right? So we can go like this, open that up, get another inner bag here. Try not to make a mess of the desk. That's all right, we can clean it and just do it over this. There we go. Oh, that smells, it's tiramisu, but it's very coffee-like. But then again, I'm not a sweets person. Doesn't tiramisu have coffee in it?
Yeah, sure does.
Okay, so here we go with the tiramisu part of it. And what we're gonna do is load them up in a couple of bowls, and actually I'll be taking Jake over to the casting couch over there and having a little session with him. All right, here, so we've got all that. There's a little bit more in here for later. And now we got this one right here. I'm more of a citrus person, so I'm looking forward to this lime one. It's called Fresh Lime. All right, there's that. You know, the latest comments lately have been on this. People are calling it a C-ring, which is funny if you ever read the comments. This is for this, because HookahJohn is getting to be an old man, and so when I get to read, all the orders and comments you guys are sending in, I gotta put on some glasses. All right, so we got a little fork. There's more in there for us later. We got a little fork right here. So I didn't bring myself a napkin, but I'll use this. Okay, so here you can see the texture of it, as much as you can see on video. Okay, very different than other brands, traditional brands out there. Huh? And I think I could use a little, when you stir it up, I've noticed that there are like, not layers, but it feels like it needs to be stirred up. Oh, it smells so good. It smells edible. You know, like I said, I'm not a sweets type of guy. So I'm gonna load one bowl of this, and then I'll do this here. And this one here.
It's a sexy face right there.
Thank you. That's what she said. That joke is never gonna die. You know what joke never dies? Never ever is not funny, is when somebody farts. That is the funniest joke. You always laugh. I will do that in another video for you guys. I have nothing prepared for you in that matter. Okay, so now we're gonna go with, I'm gonna pack this into Harmony. So Jake, how do you pack this into Harmony?
All right, so you can basically pack it however you want. So the denser and the more volume of packing, the more intense the flavor and the strength of the tobacco is going to be. But then on the flip side of it, if you want to enjoy it in more of a lighter setting, feel free to fluff pack it just like you would for any sort of just regular Starbuzz leaf. So that's why I suggest you guys do one of each, and you know, take your own personal take from there.
Let's do a little fluff pack here. What I got out of that explanation, it sounded complicated, but what you're saying is it's really simple. Nothing to worry about, right?
It's simple, but you can basically do whatever you want with it.
Okay.
That's the beauty.
So
of
I'll do whatever I want. Is that a loose pack you're saying?
For this one, do a denser pack if you.
A denser one?
Yeah, if you want.
I was gonna go denser in the 80 feet bowl, but that's okay. So you really want me to dense it in there like that?
Yeah, maybe a little less.
Yeah. Okay. All right. There's a dense pack, and what I'm gonna do is I should have brought 2 forks, but it's all right. Save on forks. This one's a little bit different in texture. It feels thicker, whereas
They're also both extremely fresh right now.
yeah.
Made these for you about, what, 3 days ago?
Okay, good. Thanks for bringing them by the way. I know that you're traveling all over the world, and you're kind enough. There we go again with that line. But you're awesome enough to bring this to me, and hopefully this will be released in a week or so after this video is here. So this one's a little bit looser, right?
Yep, looser.
A little bit looser.
I think John's afraid to get his hands dirty in his
I know.
older age.
You know, I don't like having dirty hands when I'm playing grab ass in here. You know, you don't want handprints. The employees started complaining when they had HookahJohn's hand marks all over their asses. So I had to stop doing that. Freaking stupid ass laws and shit. You know, I mean, what's wrong with a little grab ass once in a while, right?
I don't know where you're going with this.
Well, the point is, if I do play grab ass, my hands are supposed to be clean.
Oh, okay.
All right. So we got that. We got a Harmony bowl right here, drum tight packed. We're gonna do that. We're not gonna spend. I'm just gonna poke holes and get out of here because we're gonna go to smoking them. We've got coals, I think, waiting for us, and we've got a few Starbuzz American-made hookahs waiting for us on this. So I'm not even gonna take Jake's advice on the whole pattern or any of that stuff. I'm just gonna go ahead and like experiment with
Absolutely.
it. Okay, I'm sure it's hookah tobacco. It's not that shouldn't be that difficult to do. So just like this, I'll make sure there's an even amount of holes, whatever that means. I feel because it's wet, I don't want a ton of holes. I'm just gonna do that. And then this, again, I'm gonna do this. Try not to mix flavors. So it's almost drum tight, maybe it's not anymore. That's all right. All right, so these are our 2 bowls, and we're gonna come back. This is the fresh lime and the tiramisu. We'll be right back. All right, guys, thanks. So here we are, fully relaxed on the casting couch. Starbuzz Vintage. Oh my God. We were just talking about it because we've been smoking for 15 minutes and describing it to each other. We have all these descriptions, and people are wanting to know what it tastes like. Our conclusion is you just have to try it. I will talk about it a little bit though. Okay, so the fresh lime, very citrusy. It tastes like what it sounds like, fresh lime. Okay, very citric, tasty, but it does have these little notes of tobacco in there. And I was talking to Jake about that. He was explaining the dark leaf process and all that. I'm not going to get into it, but it is an actual dark leaf tobacco that's being used, and that is the difference of what made this. You know, it took them 2 years, not just for the flavoring. It's not about flavor. It's basically, from what I got from Jake, is having the right tobacco to where the tobacco notes don't overtake the flavor, but you can still tell that you're smoking tobacco rather than just fluffy flavors. So, fresh lime, awesome, especially for someone like me who likes citrus flavors. The tiramisu, I tasted that. It's just like a mouthful of tiramisu. It's awesome. It's thick, coffee-like, and tobacco. It's kind of like when you, in the old days, if any of you guys ever smoked cigarettes and you had to have a cigarette with the coffee, it's like that, but not so bitter. It's very sweet, the way the tiramisu cake is.
And that was the intention, is for the dark leaf. Like we you know, Starbuzz understands that smokers have evolved. It's been what, 11, going on to 11 years for Starbuzz, coming into the game. Right. And just to have, you know, smokers mature. This line isn't geared to deviate from, you know, the Starbuzz line or the Bold line, but it's definitely a compliment. It'll capture, you know, the more mature smokers as well. So having that flavor, that dark leaf flavor, literally complement the fruit or the decadent flavors that we're doing. I believe that just adds a whole new experience. I mean, you tell me. This is why I've been a little hush-hush about, everybody's asking me, like, what does it taste like? Describe it, talk about it. But it's not going to be the same until you actually try it. And it's so hard to describe how this performs. So even for me, I haven't shared with anybody, like, how does it taste? I'm just saying, like, just try it yourself. And, you know, I mean, how else would you describe it?
Yeah, it's a very satisfying smoke.
Right.
It's got all the things you want in the hoop smoke. Thick, flavorful, big clouds, but it's just more satisfying. You actually get something out of this. Whereas some of the flavors that I like by other brands or even Starbuzz, their regular line, we're smoking it for the flavor, not for the tobacco. So let's trade a little bit so I can talk and think while I'm smoking some of the tiramisu. It's you guys have to trust me on this one, which you always do, and I thank you for that. And you guys buy a lot of my products. I really appreciate that. I don't overhype anything. I usually just present it to you and tell you to be the judge. But this one, just get your credit card out, type in the numbers, and just buy. Can you tell? Sorry about that. That's like a shameless plug and everything, but it's gonna be amazing, and you're gonna agree with me. Now, will everybody like every flavor of one brand? Probably not. But the quality of the smoke is awesome. The performance of the smoke is awesome. What other flavors are you gonna have?
Well, yeah, and that's the main thing. Is even in the Starbuzz line, there's over 130 flavors. Not everybody can like every single flavor, but there's always going to be something for everyone. So these are kind of two extremes. We have tiramisu, which is a dessert type of flavor, and then we have fresh lime, which is a straight fruit citrus burst. Other flavors, there's dark mist, white mist, orange chocolate. Kind of put me on the spot.
There's only going to be, what, did you say 14 flavors coming out?
There's 10 in the initial release, and there's more already in development, and of course we'll make sure you get some of those samples as well shortly once we get those in. But we're just keep going on it. But the important thing is just to create a variety of flavors, a little bit something for everyone. I think that's the way to go, because you're seeing how the two perform in polar opposites. The dessert flavors, I mean, the spice flavors, I'm most excited about those as far as the vintage line, is because of how it couples with the dark leaf tobacco. Now, the fruity flavors also go very well, but just in its own character. So they have very unique characteristics as far as like each flavor profile goes. So that's why, you know, initial 10 flavor runs, and just to get a feel for it. Everybody should just get the feel for it, and they'll find something they like for sure.
Yeah, we should put together a 10-pack special. You know, get all the flavors at once, so you try them all at once.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll do that. Any idea on MSRP yet?
It's here in California. It'll land probably about $20 to $22 MSRP per 200 gram. Yeah,
That's good.
very reasonable.
Yeah, there'd be 200 gram cans, which is
More sizes will be released.
more size to come.
Absolutely.
I don't want to make this video boring, but we're just talking just the way you would as if you're having a hookah session. There's nothing to be super excited about, but I am super excited about the new line coming out, the flavors. I like what I'm smoking. And so you guys are going to have to do that too. Get it yourself. A lot of you guys are more enthusiastic and will rave about this. I'm pretty sure they're going to rave. I mean, I am. I'm just relaxing, smoking, enjoying my time with Jake.
This is very relaxing,
Oh, yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah,
It's like gradual, you know, you feel the intensity ramping up a little bit, but it's very gradual.
Yeah.
And that's what I enjoy a lot about it.
Good job. I congratulate you guys and the rest of the team at Starbuzz. It was amazing work, and I'm not only looking forward to these 10 flavors being released, but more to come throughout 2016.
Absolutely. Can't wait for the feedback now.
Yeah. All right, Jake. Thanks a lot, and we'll have this in hopefully a few days, within a week, I'd say.
Yeah, you put your order in. Was here on November 2nd. Just gotta wait for all the retailers to put their orders in.
Yep. All right, orders in. All right, you guys will get your credit cards handy. All right, see you soon.